Today, I wanted to. Everybody's doing the ranking shows after Wonderland, right? Anytime there's a new show that comes out, especially one that's good, you get everybody want to do a ranking show. So I want to do my ranking just of the Disney Plus shows. I'm not gonna do the. I'm not gonna do just all of the Marvel TV shows, but we're gonna do just the Disney Plus Marvel TV shows. Because I mean, if I did all of the if I did all of the Marvel TV shows, we know what number one's gonna be Agents of Shield. So I'm gonna start from worst to first, and I'm kind of just doing this in my head too. Like I kind of know it in my head, but gotta make sure I get all of the shows. So worst show without a doubt is Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion is the worst show they've made, and it's not because the quality of it is the worst show that they've made. It's because the decisions that they made in that show makes it the worst show that they made. Quality was good. I almost want to say the reason why Secret Invasion is the worst show is because it was okay for a while, and then as you got towards the end, and their choice of the hero and everything, and it was just like. So for me, that's hands down the worst show. First, second to that, let's see. I'm gonna have to go Moon Knight, and the reason why I would go Moon Knight next is because. And I'm just doing live action. Okay, I'm just doing live action. I would say the reason why Moon Knight, because it was a cool show. I still thought it was a quality show, but it didn't really. I mean, just the fact that we're not getting a season 2, it didn't really set up or lead into the Midnight Suns. It didn't really. It was just there. You know what I mean? Like it was just a show. So it's just like. Now, you know what? And I put it this way. I'll swap that one out. I'll say She-Hulk is the next show. And then Moon Knight. And She-Hulk is hard because I really enjoyed that, especially at the start, but it didn't do what it set out to do. It was a comedy that essentially wasn't really funny. I mean, it had its funny moments, but it wasn't like. I just kind of felt like they didn't really have a direction with that show as far as what they wanted to accomplish. So I'll do that one, then Moon Knight, and then the next one I'll say after that is. We'll go Winter Soldiers next. And. That was good. I could tell that they had the reshoots because of the pandemic. So a lot of it wasn't its fault, but it was needed because it did have to set up the whole thing with Sam getting the shield, which I would almost argue that him getting the shield and then giving it back, like they went through a whole bunch of unnecessary nonsense. We almost could have just skipped that. And that it's like when you get to, by the time you get to his movie, it's like he has the shield. And if you just watch the movies, you think, oh yeah, Captain America gave him the shield, so he has the shield. It was a lot of unnecessariness with that show. The next show I would say is Echo. Actually, you know what? I take that back. And this is why I should have wrote this down. I would say Echo, Falcon and Winter Soldier is better than Echo. So I would go Echo, and then I would go Hawkeye, even though that's one of my favorites, especially around the holidays, because I really enjoyed Yelena Belova and Kate Bishop's relationships and back and forth and stuff like that. So I do kind of like Hawkeye. I mean, I like all of these. To be fair, I think Secret Invasion is the only one that I just won't watch again. But we'll go Hawkeye, then I'll go Ironheart. And I would say Hawkeye is better than Ironheart, so I'd bump Ironheart down. I did enjoy Ironheart, especially the ending. It was a nice little standalone story, so not mad at that. I would go with after Ironheart, then Hawkeye, then Miss Marvel. I thought Miss Marvel was quality. That was another fun show. I enjoyed it. It was a good setup show. And then we start getting to our top tier shows. After Miss Marvel, and the next one I would go with is Daredevil. I think Daredevil Born Again is probably right there, right above Miss Marvel. I enjoyed it. I tell it was pieced together, but I excited to get the actual Defenders back and get them in the MCU proper. So I'm excited for the season 2. It might bump up because of that, but okay. So after Daredevil, I would see, and I gotta put Werewolf by Night in here, and the holiday specials. They would probably be a little. Werewolf by Night would be somewhere in the middle for me. Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special is kind of hard to judge. It was just a setup, so I would say after Daredevil, I would go with that's where I would put Wonder Man. Wonder Man's after Daredevil, so to me Wonder Man's probably what, third or fourth. And then after Wonder Man, I would go Agatha. I think Agatha was a little bit better than Wonder Man just because it was a weekly show, and the way that they were able to execute that weekly show, I think, had made it a better build-up, more, to talk about, so to speak, than with Wonder Man. Even though Wonder Man might be a better, more relatable show. But I would say Agatha, and then WandaVision. No, I would say Loki. I still like WandaVision better than Loki, so I would say Loki and then WandaVision for me. So that's how I would rank the Disney Plus shows. I feel like I forgot a show. I do feel like I forgot a show, but I can't think of what it is because I forgot. So let me know down in the comment section how much you disagree, how much my I guess my list makes it mad, or where yours differs, from with everyone else's. And yeah, let me know what your number 1 show is and what your worst show is, mainly. All right, man. Till next time, guys.